I always get asked, is the client always right? It depends what maturity of business you have at the moment. If you are in the initial phases of your business and you've picked your niche market, and a niche market basically has the characteristics of, is there a major problem that your product or service will solve? Then any feedback on that niche market is right, because it will determine what deliverables you need to give that final client. So in that case, yes. You get a more mature business that already has their ideal client, already has their pricing structure, already has their mechanism to deliver their service. And I'd probably say, no, hang on a minute. Not all your clients are right, only the clients that fit your particular problem that you want to solve. So that niche client that has that problem big enough, because the bigger the problem that you solve for a client, the more you'll get repeat business and the more he'll refer business. So what a lot of businesses do wrong in the more mature phases is that they listen to everybody and they say, hang on, I've got one client that doesn't like what I'm doing. And I'm thinking, yeah, but you've also got 1,000 of them that love what you're doing. If you start focusing your attention on that one client that doesn't like what you're doing, then you're ripping off the other 1,000 that are getting huge benefit out of your products or services, getting huge value out of solving their problems. But the reason why we do that is because we've been brought up in a society or in a country that is very dependent on, I don't like people not to like me. And the problem with that is that, yeah, that one person might not like you, but you might spend 90% of time dealing with them instead of the other 1,000 clients contracted you to solve a problem for them or add a benefit to them. And you're ripping them off because that's why they want to have a relationship with you as a business. So the main outcome of that is, I always say, be independent of critics within your business when you're in a more mature stage. When you're in an initial phase, different. You need to listen to everybody because that'll structure your offering. That'll structure the size of problem that you solve. That'll structure how you're going to deliver it, etc. So in the more, I suppose, immature phases of your business, it's more important. In the more mature phases of your business, it's less important because suddenly you need to deliver on everything that you promised to your ideal client. In the very, very mature phases of a business, believe it or not, you already know who your client is. You already know what deliverables will over-deliver on what you've promised. And that becomes such a small proportion. If anything, you start listening to 100% more to the clients that are happy with you, because the client that's happy with you, when they tell you, they're not coming from a critique perspective. They're just coming from a perspective on how you could improve what you're already doing. So it depends what phase, initial, medium, or the larger phase. That's how you start determining exactly how important whether a client, what they say is or not.